Hola.
Sorry, I'm sharing this on my Facebook right now.
Right before we started, Clay. First of all, on Saturdays, Clay sleeps until 2 p.m.
I sleep until I'm damn good and ready to get up.
and I know what you meant to say, but before we got on here, Clay was like, "Man, it feels so good not to wake up."
So I said not having to wake up.
No, you said
you didn't.
No,
I said, and then comma at a certain time.
No, you did not say that.
You cut me off.
Okay.
I feel like I still got sleepy eyes.
I mean, let me see. Yeah. No. Ugh.
Do you hear Gabby chewing? Do you hear her? She's.
Why don't you shut up? Maybe I could. Yeah.
she's having a brunch.
She got a big old bone.
No, she's just eating her dog food.
Oh.
But your dog was acting up.
I went to the dog park. So I slept in a little bit. I woke up at 8:30 or 8, which is sleeping in for me. And because my alarm clock is usually set for 6:30 every day. And my schedule changed, so now I'm getting up at 4:30 every day. So 8:30 is like prime for me. And so I was like, all right, like we're usually at the dog park. He wants to see his friends. Like, we need to get there so it's the same crew every morning, right? He knows the dogs, he plays well with them.
Sure.
But it's the weekend, so maybe there's a couple new dogs, and we get there and there's 2 dogs that he knows, and the rest are all kind of new. So he gets in and he sees his girlfriend. Her name's Friday. And they start playing. They're playing really well. And this little puppy, it's like 2-3 months, is like, I want to get in on this, and fucking jumps on Joey, and Joey just snaps. And while I'm walking in, there's this old guy. His name's Dave. Cool dude. But he's hyping Joey up. He's like, oh, that's Joey. Everybody loves Joey, this, that. Like, he's such a good Rottweiler. Like, everyone's afraid of Rottweilers, but he's such a good Rottweiler.
Whoa.
Dude, I'm so ready to get out of this apartment. And so he snaps on this like 2-3 month old puppy. He's like a blue heeler, like those Australian dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Cute little puppy.
And did he get him or no?
No, he didn't get him. I grabbed him. And my thing is like I choked Joey out. So I pulled Joey up by his neck.
And then body slam.
Well, the thing is I read is like when a dog's biting another dog or like is getting aggressive, you want to like choke them out so they let go, because then they got to breathe. And I saw a video on that. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start doing that, because if he grabs a hold of anything, he's got a pretty tight jaw. So I want to choke him out. Not like hard, like I'm MMAing him. Just enough to like get him to like breathe and open up his jaw.
Well, just like by his collar?
Yeah, by his collar. Gotcha. And I got one of those martingales. So it's like almost like a chain one, but it's all cloth. It's the one I got for Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
So it like tightens up, but it's all cloth. Yeah. And so I usually give him 2 chances. So I was like, all right, we're in timeout. I gave him like a 2-minute break. We sat there. I was like, all right, calm down. Go look for Friday, your girlfriend. And he did. And he started playing. And there was this other new dog, a Ridgeback, that came. And I don't know. Joey has this thing about bigger dogs, I guess. And like Joey kind of just looked at him and was like, I could see him getting ready to like, you're in my airspace. So I grabbed Joey before he snapped, and Joey literally, as I grabbed him, like went to go snap, and this dog like ran away, and Joey was like, and I was
like, God.
When and then I'm choking him, so it sounds even worse because I pull him right. And so I was like, all right, let's go for a walk. We're not playing today. We're just like going to do exercise. So that was my morning.
Damn, dude, I totally know the dog park struggle, because especially with Gabby, like. Sometimes she's great, and then other times it's like she just like, all right, I'm gonna walk in here in the first 5 seconds, I'm gonna pick a fight.
Like, yeah,
it's so funny because like we think like, oh, dogs, they're always happy, but they have days too. Yeah. But they're like, nah, man.
And I'm
Hi, Tawny. Tawny's in the building.
What's up, Tawny? She's about to have a baby soon. It's like doing like 2 days or something like that.
I'm about to have a baby. Looks like there's 4 babies in that picture.
No, she's about to have another one. Her 4th.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, no, that one's her. I see it now.
Oh, my public chat is gone. I can't see people's comments.
You
So
can't?
weird. No, I did last week. I can't see them anymore.
I'll pop them up whenever they show up.
But
congratulations on the baby, Tani.
yeah. She was my RA in the dorms at Boise State.
Oh, cool. I think you told me that.
She was one of 3 that were cool, and there was like 12 of them. But going back to the dog, like I'm already like on. People are on edge because of my dog because he's a Rottweiler, and there's just like a predisposition. Like people think vicious dog, and he's not. But I don't blame anyone where it's like that puppy doesn't know. He's 3 months old into this world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wants to play. And Joey he has to be the asshole, apparently. I'm like, all right. I'm like, sorry, guys. Like, I don't know. He's really good usually. Like,
yeah. And it's a weird feeling too. Like if your dog is the dog being an asshole,
yeah.
Like you're like, it's like, okay, this is my dog. It's my responsibility. But it's at the same time, you're like, hey, I'm not an asshole. I don't know why he's being an asshole right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, yeah, because then people are like, well, is he training him right? Especially with a Rottweiler or Pit Bull or Doberman. Like,
yeah.
I already know
judgment.
Yeah, there's some judgment. So it's like, he's not a bad dog. Like, I treat him really well, guys. Like,
he's having
I'm not going to have like a conversation about how I treat my dog at the dog park. I'm just like, we're going to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah. And you're just knowing your dog. Like, there was earlier this summer, like, there's this guy that I was like, he was super cool, and his dog and my dog get along. He's like, you're being too hard on your dog. I'm like, dude, I'd rather be a proactive owner than like a dog owner who's like, lets their dog just do whatever they want. And then it's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, no, I want to stop it before shit like elevates.
Yeah. You know? I don't know if you'll remember this, but you remember that dog park that we used to take Gabby to? And there was kind of like what you were saying, like there's a group and like you start to recognize, it's like, oh, I know this dog. I know that dog. There's a dog at that dog park on
where the bar was.
Yeah, where the bar was.
Football field.
Yeah, that one. There was a dog that would come there sometimes and had a girl owner, and the dog's name was Bucket, and it was a pit bull mix. Do you remember this dog?
Barely. I remember the name.
Yeah, Bucket. And that's the only reason I remember. And it was because she was one of those dog owners to where her dog would just run around and terrorize other dogs. Like you could tell it was like playing, but like it was like snapping. Like it's playing by like grabbing other dogs and like running away and stuff. And she would just be like, oh, Bucket.
No.
And then there's this one time where that dog's running around chasing everything, chasing all the other dogs. And me and Gabby were over like with kind of like this group of people and their dogs, and there's just this one dog mom, and she was like, yeah, these people come here with that dog and like they're always stoned on pot and they don't take care of their dog. I was like, man, it's so weird, like the dynamic. It was almost like a Portlandia episode.
Yeah, because it's like I was telling my mom, I was like, these people at the dog park have like become my friends and family because I see them every day.
Right.
I tell them about my life, and they're like the closest thing to have to a human interaction every day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm curious to what they think when I leave, or what they say about me or Joey. Because like 90% of the time, he's like playing, he's having fun. But there's that 10%. Like now I know every time I see a pit bull come in, like the other day there was a pit bull was coming in. I was like, we're leaving, we're going out the other gate because he is going to target that dog. And he just wants to fight every pit bull. I don't know how he was raised or whatever, but pit bulls ain't it. And
weird.
Yeah. And dude, and the lady was like, there's this Mexican lady that I talk to all the time. And she's like, did you see that pit bull come in? I was like, yeah, I saw him and I left. And she's like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, he just doesn't like pit bulls. And she's like, you're smart. Like de-escalate. Like don't even get into the situation before it,
Yeah.
So that was my morning, and then I went to work and got some Wingstop.
Let me see it. Did you already eat it all?
No, I got 15 piece to scatter throughout the day. Chicken nuggets, of course.
He said they're so stoked the DJ Khaled is in there.
I will say though that I don't know what happened. I don't know if they changed their recipe, but I got some lemon pepper, and it is trash.
What?
Yeah, usually it's like super wet and saucy, right? It's like buttery lemon pepper.
Yeah,
it's a dry rub now at this Wingstop, and I'm pissed. I wanted that buttery.
No. I'm thinking no. It's a dry rub, but there is like no, it's not a dry rub. It's dry, but there is like the buttery.
Yeah, and there's no buttery stuff. I'm like, it's just a regular dry rub right now, and I'm like, that's not the lemon pepper I wanted.
Man,
so I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed in the Wingstop today, but I'm still.
Maybe they skimped you on the sauce.
Yeah.
What other flavor did you get? I gotta live through you right now.
Parmesan, parm garlic. I didn't want to go too hot today. I was like, I've been eating spicy food all week, so I was like, I'm just gonna go with savory.
And you got those fries?
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Stogger.
Yeah, baby. I'm so jealous.
A little Christmas treat to myself.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, be help.
Dude, I haven't had Wingstop in a minute.
Yeah, it's like once every 2 months for me. When I remember, there's one right by work, and I'm like, oh yeah, there it is. Like, I'll stop by.
Dude, if I had one anywhere close to me,
you'd be there all the time.
I'd be there at least once a week.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm going back to work, I'll probably think about it more often. But yeah, for a while, like I wouldn't go down there.
Oh, I just got a text that says we're going tonight. Lansing. So that's the thing. I mean, you know this. I always like make plans and then forget. I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember that. So I guess I'm getting Wingstop tonight. Dude, yeah. I'm going. So after this, I'm going to. Yeah, you got to stay stocked up on the TP.
Yeah, I actually do need to get some. I'm about to move, so I'm trying to just like have less things to pack. So
yeah. But after this podcast, I have neglected giving Gabby a bath since I've been in this new apartment because the shower in this apartment, it's not like a tub. It's not like a tub.
It's just a stand-up shower only.
It's a stand-up shower only. And so you can't give her a bath in there. And dude, she smells
rank.
Bad. Like super bad. Like the last time that she got a bath was it was right at my birthday because we went.
That's not true.
Yeah,
I thought homegirl gave her a bath or tried to give her a bath like a couple months. Like she got cut or you got cut.
No, that was like at the beginning of like quarantine, and so that was a failed attempt. But she got a bath. We went up north and for my birthday. And in the hotel, there was a normal size bathtub. So she got a bath there with like hotel soap. But dude, she smells rank. Like, dude, she's so bad. Like you can just like pet her and then smell your hand and be like,
whew, whew. So you're taking her to one of those like pet bath places.
Yep. So I'm gearing up for war after this because she hates those things, dude. But yeah,
he doesn't mind.
He doesn't mind it?
No, he just like sits there. He's like doesn't enjoy it, but he's just like giving this look, just like why are we here? No, he puts up with it.
With her, it's a different story. But we're past.
Did I give her a bath? Did I give her a bath once? Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't think. Maybe I don't know. But yeah.
But either way, she's a stinky dog.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and then I guess I'm getting Wingstop.
Nice.
How far away is Lansing from here?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I was just asking anybody.
I don't live in Michigan.
Let me see. Saginaw to Lansing.
Isn't that where Michigan is, or Michigan State? Isn't it like an hour? I thought we looked.
Yeah, it's an hour. Lansing. Why did I think? I'm so confused. I still don't have this state figured out. I thought Lansing it's like south. I thought it was like on the west side of the state. What's big on the west side of the state that I'm thinking of? Oh, Grand Rapids. I'm thinking of Grand Rapids. Lansing is like directly like in the middle. It looks like.
Is that where Michigan State is? I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I think I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to Lansing.
Yeah, speaking about like just traveling, there's Texas is huge.
Yeah,
Obviously, like it's the third largest state, or
everything's
second
bigger.
largest,
Everything's bigger in Texas.
except Alaska.
Oh, okay. Alaska's bigger than Texas.
I think it's like Alaska, Texas, and California, or California. California is long, but I don't know if it's like if you took up square mileage. Like, is California bigger or Texas?
Largest states, not by population, by area. Alaska, Texas, California, Montana, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Colorado, Oregon, Wyoming, Michigan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm in the 11th biggest state.
But I follow this TikToker that's based here in Texas, and like every now and then I get on and I like see her. She's like, "Oh, check out this thing in Texas. Like it's an hour away from San Antonio." I'm like, "Fuck, like I want to go," or it's like 3 hours away. I'm like, "Well, my car doesn't really work, or like I don't got free time." But yeah, Texas looks like, granted, there's again predispositions or thoughts about Texas, but there's some cool shit here in Texas that I want to explore, dude.
Yeah, dude, you got to go to Austin.
Yeah, Austin's one. That's an hour away. I haven't gone there. I've been in Houston once didn't really go to Houston. I was there for 10 hours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Astro World.
But if I went like an hour and a half east or west, like there's this awesome swimming hole like in the summer, and you pay like $25 to get in. Like it looks like you're in Mexico. You're like, this is a paradise right in the middle of Texas. Like what?
Where's it at? Are you talking about the Green Belt?
Hold on, let me look it up.
Because I know I know the Green Belt in Austin. I've went swimming there before, but I don't think that's what you're talking about.
No, I have it saved, dude. My Google Maps is like there's all these red dots of like things I want to visit.
Oh, I need to start doing that because you can just like drop like little things. Yeah, I need to do that.
It's why is it not saved? There it is. It's called there's an inn. It's like a B&B, but it's called the In Between. And it was like gorgeous. And then if you go like 20 minutes north, there's a place called Rio Frio, and there's like water holes and like campgrounds and all these little hiking trails like in this little canyon. And I'm like, that looks so cool. And
how far away is it?
This B&B is an hour 46, so 2 hours with stopping for gas or whatever, snacks.
It's like a summer trip.
Yeah, stay there for the weekend.
Yeah,
that looks dope. The hard part is like there's a lot of trails out here, or like I've noticed, and they're like, we don't allow dogs. I'm like, well, that sucks.
Yeah,
because it's like federal lands and they don't want dog shit everywhere, and I get it, but it's poop.
Yeah, it's organic matter. And speaking of organic matter, I feel one lodged up. I'm just letting you know. There's one on the horizon. So I don't know when we're gonna have to wrap.
All right, well, let's get to our topic because I texted you.
Oh yeah, you did.
I texted you yesterday while I was about to hop in the shower, and I was like, what are we going to talk about tomorrow? And I was like, Christmas movies. And so I said, write down your top 5 Christmas movies. And I'll write down my top 5, which I didn't write down, but they're in my head. So we're going to rank it.
I had some trouble with this. Like, because I even went on like Rotten Tomatoes. I like Googled like Christmas movies. And there's not a lot of good Christmas movies, dude.
There's a lot of like B and C movies. You're like, I remember like Rudolph, the claymation. You're like, I remember that, but it's not top 5.
Okay, what are your top? What are your
top? I'm gonna start at 5. I'm gonna start at 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Peanuts.
What, Charlie Brown Christmas?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Okay.
That's a good one. It's classic.
Yeah.
I could watch that over and over again. So what's your 5? Do you disagree? Do you think that's a top 5 movie?
The thing is I'm gonna look up Christmas movies again because like on the initial look, I was like, all these are kind of trash. So like Christmas, I mean, I'll just go off of Christmas movies that I've seen. Cause like I mean, well, we all know what my number 1 is.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, a lot of these, because the thing with Christmas movies is like with a lot of these, they make it like a love story tie-in.
Yeah.
And it's like they're almost like always predictable. Bad Santa, you remember Bad Santa?
Oh,
you ever see that?
Yes.
And would Home Alone, is that a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, we got some answers here.
Jack Frost.
Oh, that is where the dad turns into the snowman.
I don't think I've seen that.
I know what he's talking about. I think number 1 is A Christmas Story. Yeah, that's the one where he turns into it. Like it's like this kid and his dad is like Frosty the Snowman or Jack Frost, I guess.
What?
And he has to go away at the end because he's melting.
What?
Look, I'm sure you have Jack Frost.
Probably when I was super little. Michael Keaton. Yeah, I remember this, but this was super long ago. 98. I probably saw it when it came out in 98.
Yeah. Jingle All the Way. See, I don't know any. Here, I'm just going to name off Christmas movies that I know. I know Elf. I know A Christmas Story. I know Christmas Vacation. I know Bad Santa. I know Home Alone
2.
Home Alone 2.
You know that one.
Yeah. Home Alone 2. And I know, hold on, I'm leaving off a big, I know Christmas with the Cranks. And then there's another Tim Allen one where he's Santa Claus. I don't know if
it's called Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
or Claus or something. I don't know. But I mean, like
Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3.
Jesus, Tim Allen's not that funny.
What was that laugh he did on? Yeah.
He's also a Trumper, but that's neither here nor there.
Way to bring politics into everything.
I'm just saying. Fuck him at this point.
Santa Claus can support whoever he wants to support.
Well,
he's not getting. He's getting coal, so it doesn't matter. Okay, but so top. Okay, so I named off like 5. So out of those 5, number 5 would be the Tim Allen one. Oh, we were talking about this last night. Bobby said, "What about Die Hard?"
So that's So I guess I'll say my top 5 is Home Alone 2, and then National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and then Home Alone 1, Die Hard, and Peanuts.
Wait, it's Charlie Brown's Christmas. Why do you keep calling it Peanuts?
Because it's Peanuts.
Peanut
characters.
Peanuts.
And then like Elf, and then the Grinch with Jim Carrey's good. But
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The Grinch.
Yeah, he's a good Grinch.
Yeah, dude, he had training with Navy SEALs for that movie.
Really?
Yeah, because it took 8 hours of makeup every day, and he said it itched like a motherfucker. And he's like, it was essentially they brought in CIA or Navy SEALs or somebody to like teach him how to endure torture. So he had like torture classes because it was so painful to like wear all that makeup. Oh That's fucking insane.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that it would take Navy SEAL training to make a Christmas goofy movie. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to go in order from worst or from best to worst. So Christmas Vacation, Bad Santa,
such a good one.
Home Alone,
Would you constitute Home Alone 1 and 2 as like a pair, like they're a movie?
Yeah, you just lump them in. Just
okay. Well, then I get a spare one, right? So I got 4. Okay, what's your 4th?
I'll go with The Grinch. I forgot all about that one. I like that. And then well, I'll just say A Christmas Story.
That's a good one too. But I remember one Christmas I was stuck in Portland with heat, and we were both like hungover and tired and like
baked out of your mind.
Baked, and he had just that was the winter he had just like broken his. He had like gotten in a fight with his girlfriend, and he shattered his BMW window. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Dude, he like went crazy. I love heat.
I guess I was gone. I mean,
I might have been gone. Yeah, I think it was that first Christmas I had just gotten there because I was like, I can't come home. I just got to Portland like a month ago, and he had gotten in a fight with his girlfriend. And dude, I don't know what happened, but he called me the next day and like he's like, "Can you come over? I'm gonna watch Christmas movie all day long and eat Chinese food." And I was like, "Well, I ain't got shit to do. I'm in Portland by myself because Huggy was gone, Ice was gone, Lo was gone, you were gone. It was just me and he." And so I get there like noon, and we both get baked and drunk and eat Chinese food, and we literally watched The Christmas Story on repeat from like noon till like 8. And
see,
we both passed out on the couch, and we woke up, and it was like dark as shit. And I was like, I think I'm gonna go. And he's like, okay, because he was like in a terrible, like he was not in a good mental space. But I was like, I can't continue being here, man. Like this movie's done.
Watch it, dude. No, they air that movie on cable
24 hours.
24 hours.
TNT or whatever, TBS or yeah, dude. So I love that movie, but I can't watch it again for a while just because I watched it for like
I remember that movie being on at my like going to one of my grandma's houses for Christmas, and like my uncle would just like have it on like all day, and it's like, all right, man, like we've seen this like 2-3 times already today. Like,
can we put on Die Hard? Let's switch up.
That's our Thanksgiving day. A Christmas Story all day. It's so cool. Like everyone has these like traditions, like with these movies. But yeah, I want to switch gears to Die Hard because you brought it up. You brought it up last night, and I've never seen Die Hard. And I always know people. I know there's a debate of people saying, "Oh, it's a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie." So what? Because everything that I've seen from it, like it looks like an action movie.
It is an action movie.
So it's an action movie, but it's set during Christmas time, correct?
Yeah.
So that's why people say it's a Christmas movie?
Yeah. Well, because the whole premise is he's trying to get, him and his wife are going through something. He just wants to like be with her for Christmas and his family. And like this whole like movie plot happens, and he's just trying to get his wife back for Christmas. And it happened. Like,
so that's what I was going to ask. If Christmas was part of the plot, like would the movie work if it wasn't around Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would. But Christmas is a part of the plot.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've had this discussion with one of my buddies.
See?
Watch it. It's a Christmas movie. I've had this discussion because it's one of my favorite movies in general. Die Hard. Die Hard 2 is good. Die Hard 3 is, but it has Sam Jackson, so it's pretty cool. But Die Hard is like one of the most realistic like action movies of all time. Like everything Bruce Willis does in that movie, you're like, that actually could happen. Like there's nothing like so out of the blue like Fast and the Furious where you're like, that wouldn't happen. Like this movie, you're like, yeah, that's probable. Like, and it's one of the best action movies of all time.
I like movies like that to where it's like kind of realistic to where like what you were
where
just
he's
saying.
Not like fighting 20 guys at once. He's like taking on one person at a time. And it's like, oh yeah, like this is how a normal like if this situation were to arise, like
Right.
it all kind of makes sense. So, and it's a funny, like it's Bruce Willis, like in his prime, like early 90s. It's a fucking great movie.
I'll have to watch it, dude.
And it has Professor Snape. What's that? Alan Rickman. Great.
I don't know.
It was Alan Rickman's first movie. That's a fun fact.
I don't know who that is.
Professor Snape from Harry Potter. You ever seen Harry Potter?
I'm not a Harry Potter dude.
You're not a movie guy either. God, man, why are we friends? I'm just kidding.
Alan Rickman. Let me see.
You'll recognize his face.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Or not Professor. Yeah, Snape.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Dude, I tried to, like, Harry Potter came out whenever I was
We're kids.
The book came out when I was in third grade. Like, because I remember having to read it in class. Like, that was one of the things. And then, like, it just like kept like book after book after book, and then movie after movie after movie, and it never like really caught my interest. But then it's like it got so big, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and watch these movies just so like I can understand like the pop culture references, you know. And I tried to get. I've gotten like the furthest I've gotten is like halfway through the first movie, and I'm just like, this is so whack.
You're whack.
I can't do it, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's funny. Like I have these conversations with my brothers, both of them, and they each like their own type of movies. And one will be like, "This is a great movie," and they're like, "No, it's like so unrealistic." And then one brother is like, "This movie's awesome," and it's like, "Well, that's lame. Like it's fantasy." And it's like, it's a movie. It's suspension of belief. Like none of this is real. Like Lord of the Rings isn't real, guys.
Right.
Just fucking enjoy it. And it's like people shit on Fast and the Furious. It's like, what do you expect? Like, it's suspension of belief. Just enjoy it. Like, I'm not expecting Martin Scorsese to direct Fast and Furious.
Right.
Just fucking enjoy these goddamn movies, man.
Like that car could never go under that semi like that.
Yeah, like why are they racing a submarine in Antarctica? It's like, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like, just fucking enjoy it, dude.
Yeah, let your mind go.
Yeah. But that's why I like Die Hard, because it's like, yeah, that's real. I can do that. I can do that.
Is Die Hard on any, like, is it on Hulu or Netflix or anything?
Let me check. Let me pop on Netflix right now.
Oh, and RIP to my Hulu account, dude.
Oh,
I lost one. I lost one of the accounts on my smart TV, dude.
Who was it? Whose were you taking?
Well, I don't want to air her out because I don't even think she knew that I had it, really. But it was just like one of those situations at one point where like we were on my TV and like, oh, I know someone that has a Hulu account. They hit them up, and then like I was like, yes, this is staying on my TV, and it just got either suspended or changed the password or something.
Yeah, some free service.
Dude, so Bobby's talking about his Dish app.
Oh, that's why you put the emoji.
Yeah.
I had HBO Max with my brothers. We got rid of it, and then I got a new password from a homie, and I just got kicked out of that the other day. And I was like, God damn it, dude! Like,
I know it always sucks, like because you start collecting all these free accounts, and you're like,
yeah. So now I'm down to 2 again. All I got is Netflix and Disney, which aren't bad. Like I'll take them, but
yeah.
And on Amazon Prime, does Amazon Prime have it?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I'm sure you could rent it on Amazon Prime.
If it's not, you can rent it. It's like $3 or whatever.
Yeah. There needs. Oh, and dude, The Office has not left yet.
No, The Office, December 31st. The Office leaves, and so does The West Wing, which I'm really bummed about because I watch that every day.
Oh, Bobby's got Hulu. That's what I'm talking about.
Damn it, Bobby, share that with me too. Yeah.
I don't know. This is a tangent transition, but I was talking with Bobby. You brought up Heat earlier. I was talking with Heat. Dude, 2021 is going to be the year that I don't want to say like no, definitely not.
Passport.
That's part of it. Yeah. but get my finances like I've never done anything like with stocks or like anything like that, and I want to learn about it. I'm not saying I want to like get like a bunch of Apple stock or whatever. I don't even know anything about it. But I was talking with Heat, and he has been like, like that dude is a hustler.
Yeah.
And he was showing me all these or telling me about all these apps that he uses. So like he gets on this one app, I forget what it's called. I have it downloaded. Oh, it's Sneakers app. It's through Nike. And they release I don't know if it's daily or weekly or whatever, but they like have these special releases that happen like in the morning, and it's like first come first serve. You get them for like the normal price, and then they sell out really fast, and then you put them on this other app with all these sneakerhead. Yep, you know about this?
Yeah.
You put it on this other app, and within like an hour, sometimes a day, like it's quick, like the turnaround. And you're not making a lot. It's like, say you buy a pair of sneakers for $200, and then you sell them for $350.
Yeah,
you make $150, but with the amount of effort that like you have, like you just buy the shoes, put them on another app
early, and you're not one of those people.
I could set an alarm, but no, just shit like that, like just taking like that extra, I guess, initiative or that extra time for like the work that you're doing to make a extra $150.
It's not bad.
Once a week, that's an extra $400 a month.
Yeah,
roughly. I mean, give or take. But just like things like that, like like flipping stuff, or like starting to like build your portfolio, get into stocks or whatever it is. I mean, I want to spend the next year educating myself to where I can make.
I mean, that's that shit that Gary Vee says. You fucking go to like, I can go down to Goodwill, find a table, refurbish it, put like $30 into this $100 table, refurbish it for $30, put it on Facebook Marketplace and sell it for $150.
Yeah.
And granted, it's a little bit more work, but
yeah, but there's things like that out there. Like I don't want to. I guess I'm just saying, like I want to take this next year to, because all this stuff. Like today on this Saturday right here, we both could have been up at 8:00 and been doing this whole, like you said, going to Goodwill or getting on the sneakers app or whatever. And instead of just sitting here and doing our podcast and washing our dogs and going to the dog park, we potentially, I'm just saying here, like
we could have made extra $200 today.
Extra anywhere from 200 to 1,000, because you don't know what's out there.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things, like I want to get my
biggest thing, hustle. At least for me, because I mean, I'm not really big into sneakers, but refurbishing things, like I just don't have space. And now that like I'm going to have a space where I could collect things and refurbish, I'm like definitely going to start doing shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought it up to remind me. But I mean, that garage selling thing, like I just don't want to hoard like when I have an 800 square foot apartment and I got like baseball cards and fucking mirrors and tables, like where am I going to varnish a table in this fucking place?
I mean, it's one of those things, like we're lucky enough to be in a position to where that's not what we have to rely on to feed ourselves.
Yeah.
But if that was the situation, I mean, because it can be for anyone just like that.
Oh yeah.
Where you lose everything. It's just, I want to get that muscle, for lack of a better term, in my brain activated. Yeah. So, I can start having some extra income and start building a savings, start getting everything in line.
Networking, like you'll meet people, there's probably some sneaker stores in fucking Saginaw that like you might be able to find some gems down there and be like,
it's just being educated on knowing what to look for and what has like a value. Yeah, dude. I really like thinking about it.
Entrepreneurship. We were talking about entrepreneurship last week. It's just like, I was talking to my mom last night. We did a hard pivot from Christmas movies, but I was talking to my mom last night, and like I love my mom dearly, but she was like saying some stuff. She's like, lately you sound ungrateful. I was like, what? Like, I was like, I'm just like frustrated because like I'm not being creative. Like especially this year has just been hard, and like I'm stepping into this space come 2021. Like next week I'll be moving into a new place, and like things are going to change, and like I'm going, like you said, be able to exercise that muscle more, and like there's ideas like.
See, that's what I'm talking. There's avenues, dude, that would have never crossed my mind. But think about it. There's so many people out there. Like, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Tani fucking during 2020.
Yeah, but you think about people like that are having their first kid, or like Tani even having her fourth. You know, all this baby shit is super expensive, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And if you can get it on the low, but like you get on Facebook Marketplace, you get people giving stuff away. I mean, then you flip it. Oh man. Sneakers, baby products. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's
the thing is, like, you can learn, like, you could find an old sewing machine and get on YouTube and learn how to sew and like resew old blankets, like wash them, clean them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's a new blanket. Like, you can go to a fucking Bed Bath and Beyond and get this $100 blanket, or you can get this one for $40, and I bought it for 10. And I just resewed it. You know, I've always thought, like, I mean, I wish I learned how to sew growing up. That's one thing. I don't know how to sew.
Dude,
it's never too late to learn. YouTube tells you how to do everything.
Dude, straight up, you remember that one time I changed the fucking radiator on my car off of a YouTube video? Dude, it sounds so goofy, but that's one of the things I'm so proud of. Like, that was such an accomplishment. Like, up until that happened, I had no idea. You could have opened the hood and said, point to the radiator, and I'd have been like,
yeah, right.
But dude, it's that necessity, because
you found it, and the weird thing is you found it for your car.
Yeah.
I'm like, YouTube literally has everything. The other day I was like, I want to build a deck, and I watched a 25-minute video on this guy building a deck, and I was like, that's really cool. And obviously it's 20 minutes. It probably took him like 2 weeks, but I was like, I don't think I could do that. Like, but I mean, I could, because I watched the video. You know, like,
yeah, dude. And it's one of those things to where it's like, I never would have learned that, but it was born out of necessity, because that was like our first, you know, couple of years or whatever in Portland. Don't have any money. My car breaks.
Took a crap.
Yeah, and that's at that point I was doing Postmates, like delivering people food just to like survive, and I was like, okay, I have to figure this out. And I fucking figured it out. But dude, I'm getting super excited. I have a thought here. I don't want to lose it. You remember how last week we were talking about having like a niche for our podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what if right now, because we're talking about it, saying like I brought it up, I guess, saying I wanted to exercise that part. What if each week, whether it's little or big, and this is kind of a commitment, but like each week we find something to like either flip or refurb it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like each week it's like, okay, I found this.
Yeah. Because you have a backyard, kind of. You had like a little patio that you could build stuff if you need to, or fix things.
Yeah.
And we might not have a podcast next week just because I won't have internet for a minute. But
yeah, it's okay. But dude, what do you think about that? Do you think that would be fun?
Yeah.
Like each week, because dude, what just like,
or we like just do before and after pictures.
Yeah, of like what we did.
Yeah, I'm down.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be every week. Like some projects might take 2, but now that like, I'm going to be in a space, like I definitely. I mean, we talked about it. I'm buying a house, and so I'll have a garage and a backyard where I could paint and like store stuff. Like it's just my car, and it's a 2-car garage, so I got all this space. And then their wall has like a tool bench, and I was like, all right, cool.
Dude, oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Dude, I don't trust that crypto. Dude, fucking
no. Listen, Bobby. So this is what I was talking. I said stocks earlier, but I guess it's all kind of the same thing. Like you buy into whatever, and you own a piece of something. I don't know how it works, but that's what I'm saying. I want to learn. But Bobby was telling me about this crypto game. I don't want to say the name of it because I don't want to blow it up, because I'm still trying to get in on it. But it's basically this like transaction. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna learn. Because listen. Bobby, Linda. Bobby bought in whenever it was like 2 cents a share. He put like $200 in and waited a little bit, put 200. So he has $400 total into it. And it's gone up enough to where now he has like $1,500 or around there, something like that. And
shut up.
Yeah, Joey, I'm on a roll here. And he was telling me like it's one of those, everyone that's in this like knows it's like a long-term thing. But dude, here's the thing. If you drop $200 in on something like this, or 500 or whatever you have, and then wait 5-10 years, like you're not missing that $500 or whatever it is that you decided to put in. And then you just like look at it one day, 15 years from now, and it's $100,000.
Yeah. I mean, that's,
or you lose your 500 or whatever you put in.
That's the same thing with the stock market.
Yeah, it's kind of, I guess it is the same thing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know anything
about
it.
Game is just more volatile.
Yeah.
Like Lil Yachty has his own cryptocurrency. Like that's fucking insane. Like, can we just talk, like, come on. Like I don't like what's Lil Yachty doing with my money?
Oh, hold on, Bobby. If you're still on here, you'll have to correct me if I tell this story wrong, or come in if I mess up the details.
We need Bobby on here. God damn it! Like,
he won't do it. He doesn't want to do it. But he was telling me, because we were talking about this crypto thing, and there's this one dude that they can't find that invested in Bitcoin like super early. Mm-hmm. And he's got like millions of dollars like right now.
Money.
Yeah, but they can't find him. That like they can't, so they think he's dead, and he's just got like all of these fucking, he's just got like millions of dollars from where he invested super early. Bobby, you can do it on your phone. He has he has 16 billion. So it's a dude that invested super early in Bitcoin, and now he's up to like, he has $16 billion worth of Bitcoin. And I guess they like try to like reach out to him or whatever, and like no, like they can't find him or anything, so they think he's dead.
Well, I mean, but he doesn't have 16 billion. It's just wrapped up in the Bitcoin area.
Yeah, but you can cash that out.
But then would he still have 16? He would have cashed it out. Like if it's still going up, he would have cashed it out.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows where he's at. They can't find him.
Now I'm gonna spend my whole day looking at this story and trying to figure it out.
Try to find it. Just type in like Bitcoin. I don't know what you would type in. Type in 16. Man has $16 billion worth of Bitcoin, can't be found. Oh, million. 16 million.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say billion. Like, was he like the 20th richest person in the world now?
Yeah. No, yeah, I should have caught that. 16 billion. That's a lot of money. 16 million. Type in 16 million. Bitcoin.
I typed in man has 16 million in Bitcoin.
Did you find it?
No.
Bobby, send us a link or something. Because that's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to know how much he originally invested, because if he just put in like $1,000 and turned it into 16 million.
Yeah. I still don't quite understand what crypto is though. Like I've watched so many videos. I've watched not so many. I've watched like 10 videos on it, and I still like can't wrap my head around it, that it's just like this new marketplace.
I know. It's yeah. But see, here's the thing. I was having a conversation with Bobby, and it's like, I don't need to fully understand what it is or what I'm investing. If it's going to make me money, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and we had this conversation like a year or two ago where we were still in Portland. Maybe it was early on, but granted, there's companies that we like on the regular stock market that do terrible things around the world, like including pharma companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like with cryptocurrency, you really don't know where this money is going. It's just traded in essentially outer space. Like,
well, you don't know where any of your money is going.
What do you mean?
It doesn't just have to be crypto. You don't know where any of your money's going.
Well, yeah, but like if I invest $100 in Apple, I know it's an Apple. With crypto, you're just like buying these pieces of internet money, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I read an early report that like black market dealers were using it to like buy black market guns and like keep funding coups and genocides. And it's like, well, do I really?
Well, I mean, but I guess, yeah, you don't want to be part of that, but you can't control like think about it even this way. Say you spent, let's make it easy, like.
But people buy Chick-fil-A and they're against gay people. You know, like people still go to Chick-fil-A. So it's like, what I mean, like, where are people's morals at the end of the day? Like,
right. But it's like even like so I gave this guy a $10 tip the other day at a restaurant. Gave him a $10 tip. That dude could have taken that $10, dark turn here, get ready, went and bought a roofie and raped someone with that $10 that I gave it. So it's like you don't know what
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But dude, I'm ready to make some money. I'm ready to I'm ready to learn. I want to, because there's this whole other world out there, you know, where you talk about like these 1%ers and like it's just like these, there's a different level to everything.
For sure.
Even I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get into all this and become a millionaire. I just want to learn about it.
Yeah.
And if there are any avenues to where I can have some extra revenue or set myself up to where, you know, retirement, all this shit. So
for sure. Adulting. This is what's on top of our minds now.
Dude. I know. You hit.
I just want to set my future up versus like 10 years ago. We're like, hey, I need a 30 rack.
yeah. Dude, it's so funny because like what I don't want to approach, it's like there's like these milestones. Like, so a backstory, like I don't want to approach life like I approached high school. Because in high school, I didn't give a shit about anything until my senior year. It's like going into my senior year, I had like a 1.4 or whatever. Just like didn't care. My senior year, something clicked. I was like, oh damn, dude, I'm about to be like a loser. I'm about to be a fucking loser. So like senior year, I'd like go all in, you know, take all these extra classes and everything, get my GPA up to where I can like get into college. I don't want to have that same approach, like wait until, because with life, it's a little bit different. You're not working off of a GPA. I don't want to wake up one day when I'm 60 and be like, well,
that's 20 years ago, 30 years.
Yeah. And why do I only have $3,000 in my bank account right now?
Yeah. You got to work till you're 80, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm trying to catch this.
Which is why like this house, like it's definitely going to be more expensive for me to live in. Granted, I'm going to find a roommate, but it's an investment, right? Like as prices continue to rise and around the country, and who knows what the future may hold, but it's a piece of land. And at the end of the day, land's like the most expensive thing that you could own in this country. So worst comes to worst, you know, I'll sell it in the future, and it's an investment, right? So
yeah. And how many bedrooms is this house?
3 bed, 2 bath.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You get some people in there to pay you rent. They're just paying your mortgage for you.
Yeah. Well, one of the rooms, it's an older home, so it's 1984. So one of the rooms is pretty small. It's essentially for like a baby room. Like it probably hold like a crib, a dresser for all the baby clothes, and a changing table. So I'm going to turn that into my office. But the other room, I'm definitely going to rent. It's a big room, and it's kind of split living. So the master bedroom's on one side of the house, and that second bedroom is on the other side of the house. So I'm like,
that's
we
nice.
Have our own space. And so all my office is next to that room. And, you know, I'm not going to be working all night. So I'm not going to keep that person up, whoever it is. But it's an investment. And like, that's why I'm willing to dump it in. Cause like I'm 32, like talking about miles. I'm like, I'm not trying to judge I'm trying not to judge my life on anybody else's life.
No, you can't do that.
I'm also 32 and like, I don't want to continue being like a working, like I'm grateful for having a roof over my head. And like I was telling my mom, my fridge full, I have a dog that I could feed. Like some people had to give up their dogs this year.
Yeah.
So I'm in a position of like, I'm good, but I also don't want to continue like making mistakes. And if I have the opportunity to like buy land, my mom's like, why don't you get a condo? I'm like, because I want the land.
Yeah.
I don't care about the house.
At the end of the day, it's all about like what you want.
Yeah, but I also like want to set myself up for the future. Like none of us are getting younger, right? I'm 32.
Right.
If I have an opportunity to buy land now, let's do it. Like set me up, for the future.
Yeah.
If I make and I've never missed a rent since I've moved out of the house. I've never missed a rent payment, a water payment, an electric payment. I've always made sure my bills are on time, and that's always good. Like when the bank is like, well, they look at my history and they're like, he's never missed a payment ever.
Mm-hmm.
And all my landlords are like, he's dependable. He's never missed a fucking payment. Like,
yeah.
Granted, I may have missed, an internet bill. Like I was late a month, but never like my main utilities.
Right.
So, like I said, I'm 32 and I had an opportunity to buy land. Because I mean, the house is cool. Like, yes, I'm buying a home, but I have a chunk of land that's in my name at this point, and that's fucking awesome to think about. Like, and setting myself up for the future. Like, I've hit a milestone. I have this piece. Now, what's the next step? Investments or a taco truck, like we talked about last week.
Yeah.
The bank knows, like, oh, I could lend this person money because he won't be late.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he needs to take on a second mortgage and build a business. We can maybe bank on him because he's never missed a payment. He'll make it work. So,
yeah, man, it's finding that. I guess what we're both trying to say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is we're not trying to coast. Like I feel like the coasting era is done. Like it's time to
make moves.
Make moves, and everybody does it different.
Some people do it at 22. Some people do it at 42. Some people wrote their first book, their New York selling book. They wrote it at 45, and that was their path. But they did it. They didn't stop until they were like, "I'm ready to publish this book." And some people are 22 and they're multimillionaires, and it's like, well, that was their path. And I'm not trying to judge myself against those people, but at the same time, I don't want to wake up. You don't want to wake up. People don't want to wake up and be 60 and be like, I have no retirement. I got to now work. I've aged out of every major group. No one's going to I got to work at Walmart now,
Yeah. Or wherever. Yeah.
So not saying that Walmart is an undesirable job, but like,
no, I know what you're saying.
When you're 60, you would rather be on a beach drinking mojitos rather than greeting people at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or doing anything that you don't want to do.
Yeah,
that's the whole point. I
want to
set yourself up to where you don't have to do shit you don't want to do.
Yeah, I want to be 65 with my grandkids, drinking mojitos and getting shit faced with my son-in-laws. That's what I want to do. That's my dream.
Yeah, man.
I just need a wife and start having kids. I guess that's my next milestone.
Well, no, let's slow down on that part.
But going back to like another pivot is like finding a partner, right? Like when you're young, you're just like, because I've been talking to this person and I don't know where it's going right now, but I'm looking for a partner to like build with, right? Like that's my main goal when like I go on these dates, and I'm not looking for someone to fool around with. Like, granted, that's fun, but at this point in my life, I just want someone to build with, because like shit gets challenging. It's like I want someone to count on. And granted, you should always count on yourself, but like looking at my parents, like they've been for 45 years together and they've built quite a bit together, and that's like awesome to look at and be like, I want that.
Yeah.
So a partner, that's like the next step in my life, is like finding someone to like do this with.
Yeah.
That I believe in their vision, they believe in mine.
Prenup it. Telling you, dude. Prenup it.
The pessimist over here.
No, that's called a realist. You gotta.
Well, that was a good episode, I think.
That was a good episode. I'm fired up, and I can't tell if it's because I really have to shit or if it's because I'm excited about like
Wingstop.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about Wingstop. But I really am. I think that would be cool. That would be like a cool element to add to the podcast, and kind of like bring value.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure that there's a lot of people that look at that. I mean, everyone knows you can buy this pair of shoes for whatever and sell it for this. And it's like it's a slow burn to like make extra money.
Yeah.
But dude, just like one of these things, like this keeps popping in my head. I'll show you. I'm about to show you something.
Okay.
So
I saw you pull something. So I
wouldn't that be weird?
We all saw you go to your bookcase.
Wouldn't that be weird if I just like went and got up and got something and just like, okay, and just start talking about something completely different? Yeah. But no, so like perfect example, like, and these aren't this isn't gonna make me $1 million. Like, don't get me wrong, but I have all of these like Garth Brooks, like this is a book
unopened.
And it includes, unopened, still in the wrapper. It's got 52 live recordings, all the stuff. Garth Brooks Anthology Part 3. Garth Brooks first 5 years.
Unopened?
And then unopened. They're all unopened.
Where did you get them? When did you get them? Have you had
them?
them?
Yeah, I've had these since Portland. Like there was a time whenever they were like cleaning out stuff at the station and they were just like giving stuff away. Or like the red counter or whatever, where it's like free. And so I got saw these and I was like, I don't know what those are worth, but they're unopened and they might be worth something. So it's just like, even like if instead of having these sitting on my bookshelf, taking up space, I'm sure that I could put these on
eBay or something,
eBay or Facebook Marketplace or whatever. And I have no idea what they're worth, but 4 of these things, I mean, I don't know. It's money.
Yeah.
It's money that I didn't have.
Somebody out there is a huge Garth Brooks fan.
Yeah. Like that's just something that like keeps popping in my head. Like every time like those catch my eye, I'm like, man, I can make money off those. But just things like that. Maybe that's what I'll start with. I'll put all of these on eBay this week and then next week see what they went for or like if they sold at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like
it might take a week or two. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. They might not sell at all. But that's part of like the whole thing is like it's just doing something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun. It will be fun. I've never done it. We'll see if it's fun.
Yeah.
And Bobby said, by the way, Little Mermaid is overrated.
No, we in our group chat we were talking about that. It's not.
Under the Sea. That's a bop.
That's a good one.
Under the Sea. All right, I've pushed my bowels to the limit. I really got to go.
All right.
We'll be back next week. We'll see if I sold the Garth Brooks stuff.